Hey, everybody, and welcome to the SEAL Podcast, episode number 228 for the 21st of June, 2024. My name is Fraser. I'm joined on my left by Neil. And on my right by Dave.
Hello.
I know Dave's on the phone right
Dave's
now.
on the phone.
He's multitasking.
Perfect
he did that
timing.
very well. Yeah, he did. What a pro.
I had to see
He's such a
HDR
pro.
briefly there for the moment. That's why the stream went all fucking weird.
Yeah, we lost you.
Hello. Sorry.
No worries, Dave. You did well. Your hello was better than Neil's, and he wasn't on the phone.
Wow.
I'm just
How
saying.
rude.
Well, you clipped out there.
Oh, I could hear you fine. I don't know.
Oh.
It was weird. Hello.
Hello. Right, back in the saddle, back with my homies after we all met, which was great. Yeah, thanks very much for holding down the fort, guys. For doing 50% of the shows that you were supposed to.
Wow. Rude.
Well,
We did 100% more than you did. Or something.
I did 0, so your math is awful.
Yeah, I don't know how that works. It's like an infinity percent more than you did.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah.
You can't divide by 0.
It doesn't work.
I don't know.
No,
Multiply by 0.
Now you've
You can't
ended the
divide by 0.
world.
Well, there we go.
I was going to say that guy Terence Phillip wants a word with you, but his name's not Terence Phillip, is it?
I don't know who the fuck you're talking about.
That guy who was in Iron Man, who now reckons that 1 equals, or no, the square root of 2 is 1 or something like that. He was, yeah, the first Iron Man, he was Iron Man's military buddy. And then he got replaced by Don Cheadle in the other ones.
Oh, I was going to say, wasn't that Don Cheadle?
No, Don Cheadle came in after that, I think.
Did he?
Yeah.
To play the same person?
And the guy Terrence, who was in the first one, has ended up going off the rails and has all these weird...
Oh, it was like a different character. It's not just...
Yeah, you haven't been in the guard chat. He's been he was a focus for the guard chat. Because he was on Rogan the other day. Anyway.
Here we go. I've worked out what the fuck's going on here.
All right. Let's just move on. Hey, everybody. I hope you're doing well. Right.
Hopefully the stream audio is now better, because I just realised that I had Discord chat cranked 200%, which is probably why...
Oh, is that why you... Oh, yeah, okay. Excuse me. Okay. On here, there's no Fantasy League, obviously.
There is, but you're not in it.
Oh. All right, then. I hand the reins over to Neil.
No, sorry, we're not really going through it. It's only you.
Okay.
Well, there'll be football chat. Don't worry about that.
Okay. Hardly Dan's. What did we find out?
How long
did
last week? You did it last week.
Okay.
So I was right when I said it was this last week.
I didn't give him a donation. I'm going to just say it outright. Well, at least I'm not trying to pretend that I did.
Well, you could just do it.
To myself, I'm pretending
it's a British cause,
I get away with the guilt. The British Heart Foundation.
Yeah, they only support British hearts.
not my socialist Canadian communist heart.
Well, you never know. Maybe we'll be socialists and communists in a few weeks.
Who knows? When's your election? When is it?
4th of July? 4th?
Oh, right. Yeah, it's not far away.
2 more weeks of Tories.
You fucking kidding yourself? You lot will vote them all back in again,
mate. Seriously, I've got telling you, we had a conversation at work about this. If the guy who's in my seat, currently a Tory, been there fuck knows how many years, he had a 40,000 majority and he'd got 60,000 votes. So if he gets kicked out, they truly are absolutely fucked, and it'll be ridiculous. But I fully expect to be conservative around here. Always is.
Yeah. We'll see. If history has taught us anything. Right. Okay, well then let's move away from something.
I don't know. Where was that going?
Well, that history has taught. I mean, it's like, the amount of times I've heard people sort of say, how awful it is. I can just speak as a friend, as someone who has just visited the country. And I'm just going to say this, not that I have an opinion on it. Well, I do have an opinion on it. What I picked up was the unfathomably more hate and whatever for the Conservatives than ever before. Just absolute. What are they doing? But
they're trying to get unelected, I think, is what.
But coupled with that, I heard a lot of people back it up with, but Labour's just it's terrible, right? And so, if I was a betting man, I would bet that a lot of people are still not going to going to put their money where their mouth is, and they'll still vote Conservative.
I don't think they'll vote Conservative. I just don't think they'll vote Labour. They'll be voting for Farage Party.
Which means the Conservatives end up getting back in.
Yeah, probably. Anyway,
have fun with that.
no.
All right, let's go on to some listener stuff. Let's keep pounding forward because
Pushing
I need
on,
to get
yeah.
I need to get this done and over with because I'm done already and I haven't even started yet.
You'll be loving it in a minute. You'll be fine.
I do love it. I do love it. It's good. But I'm broken. Right, Master Blackthorn says, "Good evening, chaps. Just a question for Neil." Oh, all right then.
You can get all.
Are you playing-
You can all chime in if you like.
Yeah, I know. I've got, although I have a connection in the house with this. Just a question for Neil. Are you playing Shadow of the Erd Tree? I bought it, but plan on playing it co-op with a friend. Avoiding all the spoilers has been difficult. Thanks, YouTube. Cheers, guys. Have a good show.
I've started it. Spoilers for late.
Now, Stan, my boy, is going to buy it. But he said he had to do something first
Well,
before
you've got,
you can even access it.
I see him get an achievement yesterday, and I was like, "Oh, he's got." There's a big one you have to. There's one you have to do,
Right.
but there is an easy way to do that, which is what I did. There's a fight. It's quite hard if you don't have
Who is
a
it?
specific Mog, the
Oh,
Lord of Blood.
okay. He sounds all right.
He's hard as nails, mate. He's you have to go and beat him because there's a weird egg thing with an arm hanging out that you have to go and see. It's in a place. You have to do either a quest to get to, or if you finish the game, basically you can just kind of get to it.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
I can't remember. Just fucking look it up. It's
Well, I'm sure it's fine. I mean, I went down there earlier, and he must have been totally in the zone because he just wouldn't. He took his headphones off, looked at me, paused the game, and he just looked dead.
Can't pause
inside.
Elden Ring.
I don't know or maybe he just died or something like that. I don't know, but he looked dead inside, like he was just super focused on something else. So, and then I came in again, and he was fighting some boss, which looked like it was in some sort of weird ethereal realm with a big moon in the background, and was firing dogs and things at him. That probably sounds like every boss in
In the background.
There's a big moon in the background. Some woman in a big robe or something was like, or a guy in a wizard in a robe was throwing blue.
Well, they weren't launching full moons at them.
No, he was launching blue balls, and then there were some like ghost dogs started chasing him and stuff.
Oh, I don't know.
Anyway,
He was like, what game is he playing?
I saw an achievement.
that was the mushrooms I got dosed with the other day.
There's I can't remember what achievement he got, but it's not the one you need to do. I think he's on his way.
Yeah,
because he's done the hardest one in the game, Millennia.
Yes. Yeah.
Who I was trying to do for several hours, and he just went, "Fuck this! I cannot be asked."
Yeah,
because it's
just
impossible.
He'll go through whatever he needs to do. He'll do it. He is quite.
Yeah, that one was a piece of piss. The one that
something else
you have to do to get into the Erd Tree. There's another guy you have to go and beat. It gives you something, and then there's a point in the Mog fight where he counts down from 3, 2, 1, and when it gets to 0, basically he does this fucking massive attack. But if you've got the thing, you just go slurp a little flask and go, doesn't work, and then you just fuck him up.
Right.
So yeah, that's what I did.
And you can play it co-op.
There's a mod for seamless co-op, so it's not officially supported. Although they are looking into this apparently, because so many people are fond of the idea of playing it with a friend. They're thinking of doing it officially so that you don't have to get a mod.
Right.
Because I assume when you're playing with a mod, none of the fucking achievements pop and all that sort of crap. But
probably.
I don't know.
Mm.
Yeah, I've not really looked into it, but yeah, I've been playing a lot of Elden Ring, but I've not played much Erd Tree. But we'll come on to that in a little while, I guess.
But, so it only just got released yesterday, though.
Last night at 11 p.m. our time, it came out, and I was playing at 11 p.m. and I was like, I'm pretty sure you need to be here to do something, and it wasn't doing it, and then I quit the game and it did an update. I was like, it's like 12:30. I can't really play this for very long.
Wait, so you've done all the criteria to be able to play it then?
Yeah.
So why wouldn't Stan have been able? Was he just not finished the game?
Like, there's one of the bosses that you don't meet on the main path that you need to beat.
Oh,
to unlock the expansion. Classic Dark Souls.
Is it?
Classic bullshit.
Rather you than us.
That's
Right,
really
Dave?
not that bad. It's really not that bad.
It looks amazing. I was watching him play it, and I was like, "Holy shit, this really does look good."
Yeah, it is good.
Yeah. Yes, I know. I've heard. All right, thanks, Master Blackthorn. Defo says, "Do you retire from coffee golf after a round like this? 1, 1, 1, 1, 1."
Seems like he has. So I haven't seen him post since.
Have you seen the actual coffee golf post that he did? Where
Yeah,
he got that?
I did.
He did. So he got 5 hole-in-ones.
5 hole-in-ones, yeah. Which is fucking
Nice.
insane. I did all right on that day, and then he got 5 hole-in-ones. It's like, well, fuck me. That's quite good, isn't it?
Yeah, you got.
Feels like
schooled,
Dave's
man.
finished. Dave's not posted for a while.
I haven't played it in months, mate.
Wow.
You're done.
Don't know why. Just didn't.
Just got
I
fed
don't,
up with being
it's
shit.
not a rotation of little silly games that I play on.
You were
on
playing
my
Fallout
phone.
Shelter, weren't you, for a bit?
I only put a few days into it. Yeah, I don't know. I've fallen out of love with my games on my phone. To be honest now.
It's not
They're
such
not
a
that
bad
good,
thing.
really, are they? I only play coffee golf for like 10 minutes, maybe, every day.
Soon adds up. That's an hour.
It's a
plus
toilet
week.
game, isn't it? It's a toilet game. Go
My
for a
toilet
shit,
game is
play
still the
coffee golf.
pinball. Yeah. So,
I don't always do it.
do
when
you
I'm on the
retire?
toilet.
What, so
You're not going to look at my posts and work out when I go for a pee. I don't play it when I go for a pee.
Well, we'll see if Defoe's retired from coffee golf. It appears so far from the
far, yes.
seal sleuthing says he has.
I can see, like, I don't know why I keep playing it. I've got nothing else to do on my phone other than look at the X shit. But yeah,
My sister introduced me to Instagram when I was over there. It was
seems
terrible.
like
I
that's
found
popular.
myself the other day just scrolling through stuff. I was just like, "Oh, what have you done?" So I got to get rid of that.
I've logged into Facebook a few times recently for the first time in fuck knows how long. But I don't want to put it. I don't put it on my phone. I'm not putting it on my phone because that's just like doom scroll forever. My experience of Facebook recently was I looked at something specifically because we'd been out for a big night out with a load of people I don't normally see. And I was like, oh, I'm just going to make sure I go like the post or whatever. And yeah, and then it was just
5 hours later.
That was the post that was there. It was straight away nearly quite up the top, and I'd scrolled down. I was like, "Oh, just carry on scrolling." I fucking scrolled for like 20 minutes. I was like, "What the fuck am I doing?" So now I was like, refresh the page. Wanted to go back to the post that I didn't actually like it at the time. I was like, "Where the fuck's it gone?" It just fucking disappeared. I was like, and it's just non-stop fucking bullshit all the way down. I was like, "Why do people still go on here? It's fucking crap." But there we go. They got to make money, haven't they? Somehow.
Yeah.
Can't sell
some
your
people
data
like it.
anymore. So they've got to get adverts on there.
Okay, let's move on then to. We got anything else to do before we move on to what we've been doing? Go on. 'cause I
We
wanna
had
hear
a
about
couple of comments. We had an
Oh,
email
yeah. Who's
and a
got
tweet
comment?
about
I'm right up.
where was the show.
Oh yeah.
Would you like to elaborate? So long between
Okay.
us doing
Yeah,
the
I
show
can
again?
definitely elaborate. So yeah, it's definitely my fault. So the first show, well, obviously
We
the
didn't
guys
do one while we
Didn't do a yeah.
we
But
missed
they
a
did
week.
yeah, so you did the show last week, and and the guys did text me and said, "Can you get this edited?" And I knew I was going away
beforehand.
Yeah, I'm not saying yet. No, look,
I'm just making that clear before with the listeners.
Can everybody please just show that they have acknowledged that it is Fraser's fault? Okay, Neil is in no way wrong. All right. So Neil and maybe Dave, I can't remember, texted me. Yeah, would I be able to edit the podcast? I was going away for the weekend. I knew I wasn't going to be able to do it on the Friday. I didn't want to take my laptop down away with me, so I left it at my parents' house, and then so I knew I'd be back at my parents' house sometime on the Sunday. Yes, I will edit it and do it on the Sunday. Anyway, I got back from that Sunday, and then I met Arnie on the afternoon. Just again, I thought I'd have space. Ended up seeing Arnie. Then I went and had dinner. Arnie actually stayed for dinner with my folks, and then we went to Marlow. And we met up with Matt and Chris East, and we had another. And then we watched the England game. And honestly, that was fine. And I got back and I was just broken.
I'm
Just
surprised you didn't
broken.
just fucking pick up the laptop during the England game, going, "This is fucking awful," and just
I
carry
should
just
have
edit
done,
the
yeah.
show.
But I was just broken, and then I had to get up for my flight the next morning, and I'd caught a cold, so I was feeling rough, and couldn't do it on the flight. I spent the whole flight on the way home basically with my eyes shut, shivering under a blanket. I don't know
I'm sure
what
you were sat
picked
next to
up.
someone, were you?
Oh, what?
Were you sat next to someone?
I was sat next to someone.
Well,
yeah,
I
of
bet they
course.
were fucking well chuffed seeing that.
Well, it's pretty much just I don't know if they could notice the shaking, but I was certainly just I
They were
slept pretty
wondering
much
what you're
8
doing
hours.
under that blanket, for sure.
Yeah, it's just to keep myself warm. So yeah, I didn't get round to it until a little bit late. Anyway,
That's
that's
fine.
my amazing story. So
There you go. It's
sorry.
fine.
Yeah.
I wanted to give you the opportunity to explain to the listeners. It's fine. So,
Yes. Yes.
'cause-
Tardiness was my fault, but yeah, I had good reason.
definitely.
Yeah, so I guess what we've been doing, let's just say that's it. So yeah, I was over there and we had our meetup. You guys talked a little bit about it last week, but from my point of view, it was brilliant. Landed in England, and then I had a great visit, by the way. It's really great to see everyone and all my friends and family, and just brilliant. Great to see everyone. Your beds are uncomfortable. Your weather sucks. Food was okay.
It was
Fucking
lovely
get
today.
ice cubes
Last
in your
couple of
drinks,
days,
people.
beautiful.
Holy smokes! I went to the first
Ice
place I went
cubes?
to. I ordered a Coke the first place I went to, and waiter brought it to me like warm. I'm like,
The fuck? Where are you
third
going?
world country is
Where are you
this?
going? You don't
And then
get
I got
ice in your
told off.
drink.
It was a nice restaurant too. I don't know what was going on. That
Do
was
you have
just
to?
lame.
Ice is extra, sir. We have to import
yeah,
it from Iceland now because we don't have enough
can't-
water in this country.
You can't have ice. It's locally protected, so it has to come from.
Yeah,
Right.
it's too full of shit. I'm afraid, sir. Literal
Yeah, I
shit
heard about all
in
that.
our water.
That was all weird. That was a bit odd hearing you guys talk about all that. That was strange. But anyway, look, I digress. Nice visit. It was good fun seeing everyone. You guys did all the name checks or whatever, but yeah, Andy, I met Mark at the train. We were on the train together coming up. That was cool. Andy Cox, Kyle, the usual suspects.
Is that anyone new for you there? Or
Really?
you met them all before, have you?
No, yeah, I've met everyone there before, pretty sure. So that was good. Although Chipper Spice turned up with her two friends. I hadn't met them before, so that was nice. I sat down we were opposite them over lunch, which was cool. Yeah, good time had by all. You did try and keep me out a little bit late past my bedtime, but I was not having any of it. I was done. I had to
Well,
go home.
I was not done.
You were not done. You went off. I'd like to say you were a bad boy, but actually, you were a good boy. I think. Really.
Oh, it's
So,
good. Just
yeah.
go on a little adventure. Have to go on a
Yeah,
little
no.
adventure, don't you?
I'm glad you had a good adventure.
I was a bit sad that I didn't stay out for the barbecue.
Yeah.
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 Thing is, that's like the tipping point. I think that was the whatever happens now, I'm not responsible for. That one beer was too. That was like beyond.
Right.
That's just like anything could happen now.
Oh, really? What, the one you had there?
No, I don't think. I think I was probably had a couple before then. That was already the tipping point. To be honest.
Yeah, you think by the time we got to the because can you remember
But
the
I can't
pub on the
remember
bridge?
when you left. Yeah, that's where we went back to. I think after we.
So the pub on the bridge, we were sitting in the pub on the bridge, and I was looking at the clock outside across the road, and it was like 6:30, and I was like, "Okay, I need to get the fuck out of here soon." I was like, then it was 7:00, and I was like, "I need to get the fuck out of here soon." And it was like 7:30, and I was like, "Shit, now we really need to get going."
Right.
And so I think then, and on the build up to that point, you had said to me a number of times, Neil, "You gotta come out with us. Come on, come on, come on."
Yeah, I don't remember that.
I was like, and if I'd had the energy and whatever, and I was a drinker, but remember, I didn't have the energy.
no.
I'm not a drinker, so I was. I stayed strong, and I'm glad you went out there and still had a good time. But yeah, I
I
escaped.
don't know if
and
I've ever
I-
been out and had a shit time. Honestly.
No, and I, yeah, fair play, and it would have been great if I'd come up, but there was nothing for me there. Like it just would have been like brutal fucking.
Look at Neil
torture.
get even more pissed.
Well, look at everyone getting more pissed and me getting more tired and irritable. There was nothing there for me. So I went home and treated myself to a kebab on the way home.
Nice.
So
I
that
didn't
was
get to a kebab.
So yeah, it was good. Spent a lot of good time with my sister. Spent a lot of good time with my folks. Spent a lot of good time with my cousin.
Yeah, well, I thought your sister was
friends.
going to be out on that day.
No, she was.
No.
She didn't want anything to do with it.
She's met us before, though.
One was enough.
Yeah. I think there's only so much she could do as well. Plus, with Chipper being in town, there were other things. So my sister went out with her another night and stuff. So
Okay.
there's no shortage of stuff going on. It's quite a busy week. Yeah, it was good.
Did you
Weather
have a
was
good time?
Dreadful. Yeah, I believe so. Yep, I haven't caught up with her properly yet since, but yep, it was good. Anyway, thank you, England, for chewing me up and spitting me out once again. It was fun.
Should have come this week. It's really nice.
Oh fuck!
It's really nice weather.
It's been brutally hot here. It's been great.
Yeah.
I cannot tell you how great it was to get off the plane and just be bombarded by intense heat. It was just.
What was that? What sort of intense heat are you getting?
It was 30 degrees with humidity on top. I think when I landed, something close to that. It was hot, really hot.
I'll be quite happy if it doesn't get to 30 odd degrees this summer, or more, like it did last year.
I don't get me wrong. It when I landed, it was great. After about an hour, it was like, this is too hot.
Yeah, I need to go home and get the aircon on.
The aircon was already on. That's me. Yeah, so that was it. It's good. I managed to catch. So I did start to catch the Euros. Like I said, I've been catching up on that this week.
Oh. We're going into the Euros because I've just been watching fucking football every day.
Yeah, I've been watching it. Like I say, I haven't watched anything today, so I
won't talk about anything for today.
Thank you, boss.
But
yeah, go ahead, talk.
It's been great. So many good teams in this tournament, and then there's England.
We had to go and ruin it by mentioning England, didn't
Fucking England.
England, who haven't lost a game yet, are hated by their own nation.
Yeah. Everyone hates watching England, even though we're top of the group with 4 points or whatever. It's fucking dire. I'm sorry. It's fucking dire.
I don't know really what you want to talk about. I've had this conversation with someone a couple of hours ago. So, it's...
I was
painful. Absolutely painful.
I was telling the missus, I don't think I'd even mind if they were losing, if they were playing good football.
Right.
But they're
You're
not.
like a Spurs fan. Is that what you're saying?
If they're playing well and we had a few bad results, fair enough. That's it.
Oh, we're going to have bad results. I reckon. Pretty soon.
Yeah, I mean, there's a part of me that sort of it was dreadful. And you and I were texting back and forth anyway. And it's like, shit, yeah, the subs look good. They were good for a hot minute.
Yeah, then it just went back to the same fucking pattern of play that we'd had.
I don't want. See, one of the things that
the worse I shit talk them, the better they're going to get. That's the way I look at it.
I think that's the way Britain is, right? Britain just needs to shit talk these guys. I mean, it's just so funny. They didn't lose, and yet everyone is up in arms and angry.
Because there's been so many excellent games of football between every other fucking country in the competition, and then you watch England, and it's fucking shit. It's boring.
I know, but the vitriol, I think, I think we just need, we'll get better. Most tournaments, anyway, always feels as though we.
Yeah, you don't want to be too good at the beginning. Yeah.
A few games to settle in anyway. Let the guys be in the camp together for another week or whatever.
Right, they've never played together, after all.
You're harsh.
We haven't replaced Calvin Phillips, apparently.
Ugh, well, look. My point of view on it is a very, what do they say? Would they say an altruistic view or whatever? It's just let's get them.
Is it ambivalence? Just couldn't give a fuck, honestly.
We know they're good enough.
Right?
We know they're good enough. It's just not happening. They just need something. They just need something. They obviously can play. What's it going to be? It's going to be something where I think it's going to be something.
What you need to do is you've got to hold and give, but do it at the right time.
Oh my god! If I hear one more person on my it's coming home.
No,
I got all. It's not coming home now. I just see that all over the place.
Well, I can tell you, working in the shop. They play music in the shop, right? At Christmas, obviously, you get Christmas tunes.
Yes.
When England are involved in a football tournament, you get fucking England songs. And I didn't know they're A, so many, and B, they're all fucking shit. I was like, there's Come On Eileen, but it's Come On England. I was like, I don't remember this before. I don't remember this being a thing. I don't know who the fuck made this song. It wasn't Dex's Midnight Runners. It's some fucking random. It's probably a YouTube twat. And then there's like the fucking Atomic Kitten. Southgate, you're the one. No, not at the minute. It's definitely not the one. Southgate can do one more like.
But I mean, you wouldn't get rid of him right now, would you?
No,
I mean,
no.
okay,
I mean-
they just played a bit boring. I mean, it's just frustrating, right? You know, I think the thing is, come on, Britain, come on. I'll try and be the voice of reason. Let's not let the frustration evolve into like anger and abuse, right? You know, it's a bunch of young lads out there, overpaid prima donnas who need a little bit of love, right, and
They
encouragement.
just need an arm
How
around
am I
them.
supposed to? How else am I supposed to like release these emotions that I'm having? It's
I
gotta
don't know. What do you expect me to do? Go home and beat my children, my wife?
Well,
Yeah.
no
I don't know.
suggestions from me.
I think they'll, you know, hopefully something happens off the pitch where they go out for a meal or something like that, and they all just settle down and whatever, and don't get wrapped up. Because the worst thing is now they're going to be looking at all the everyone's going, they're shit, right? That's not going to be making them
They're
feel
not
play any
shit. They're
better.
just playing shit.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, you know, you get my point.
Yeah. Well,
All
anyway,
right,
back
come
to
on.
the
There's nothing
tunes.
positive here. Yeah. What? Those aren't.
Back to the
That's nothing
tunes.
positive there either.
Well, I can't. There's some absolute awful. Like obviously there's that
Well-
and Deck, which was they should have gone to prison.
Why
for.
do you? Yeah. Okay.
Well, you know, at least they've got two good results. You know, they're top of their league, 4 points. It's not to be sniffed at.
Could be worse. It could be Spain.
They can look back at the games and they can understand what's gone wrong. So, you know, we're not in a bad position.
God, they better not. They better squeak through though. At the same
Well,
time,
I
right?
think having won a game, you're almost guaranteed of going through
Yeah, I
because
did
you're
look at the
automatically
table.
ahead of the other team that you beat, even
Yeah.
if they get the same. Well, assuming you ended up on the same points, then you'll be ahead of the team that you beat. So we're ahead of fucking Serbia, at least,
Right. The mighty
unless
Denmark.
they win their last
Ins-
game.
The mighty Denmark instills fear into us, though.
Well, if Serbia
Anyway.
win, no, yeah, they'll be on 4 points, won't they? Yeah, but yeah, I've been loving the football apart from England. That's been fucking depressing.
Yeah.
Been some absolute bangers. Did you watch the
Yeah, I
Romania
was-
game against Ukraine?
I did watch the Romania
that
game.
was insane. Absolutely
pretty good.
insane.
Yeah, I got lucky. I watched the Romania game and I watched the Belgian Slovenia game. I think.
Yeah,
it was.
I should be honest. I reckon if one group of fans is more miserable than England fans, it's probably Belgian fans.
I think
'cause
Ukraine might
They
put
look
them
shit
for misery.
and lost.
Oh, what happened with Ukraine this morning? That I
You
think-
didn't want to know, so I'm not talking about
No,
Ukraine.
no, sorry. That one. That one. Somebody. I did watch the
that
first
was
half.
the
and
early
it was,
one.
And it was 1-0 and it ended 2-1. Someone told me,
That's
but I
correct.
can't remember.
Yeah, Ukraine
2-1-2.
are back in business, as they say.
Oh, okay, good. All right. Well, fair enough.
Yeah.
Because they basically got mugged in the first game. They were totally dominating and then got smashed 3-0.
They really did.
Two absolutely ridiculous goals. So
Yeah.
the Romania
Yeah.
first goal, there was he scored like an absolute fucking screamer, top bins. One of those ones that pushes the net back as it goes in the top corner. You're like, oh, that's
Mhm.
lovely.
Mm.
And all of some of his teammates were literally like fucking heads in their hands, like, what the fuck did you just do, man? That was impossible.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool. There's been so many good goals, and then there's been England.
I'll tell you what I did watch yesterday, though. There's two other things. I went down a little bit of a football rabbit hole. So, well, I did watch the Copa America. I noticed that was on yesterday. I was like, I just told you this. I don't know what I was a bit discombobulated yesterday. And I was like, Canada playing Argentina, no big deal. Canada playing South American team, who cares, right? I just couldn't register that they were playing Argentina. None
current
of
world
it made any
champions.
sense. Yeah, none of it really was registering until I saw that Julian Alvarez got the ball or something like that. I was like, oh, Julian Alvarez, he plays for Argentina. Of course he does. Yeah. And then it was like, oh, his strike partner's Messi. Oh, there's what's his face in goal, and it was like, oh, that's that. And I was just like, oh shit, Toronto's gonna get fucking hammered here. But the Toronto held on till
Toronto.
the second. Sorry, Canada held on.
Do
to the
all your
second
players
half.
come from Toronto?
Canada, it's all about
Canada is
Toronto.
Toronto.
Nowhere else,
Nowhere
man.
else.
Canada is Toronto. Yeah. Yeah, they held on really, but they did themselves proud.
See, I'd rather watch Canada valiantly lose 2-0 to Argentina than fucking
that's
England.
fair enough. So that was pretty good.
I'd
And then
rather
the
watch
other thing
fucking
I did.
Scotland.
All right, let it go, man. And then the other thing I did was I found out about the UEFA League. Do you know about this? Every 2 years or whatever, the UEFA League that
UEFA?
England plays in. Yeah, the UEFA
What, the Nations
Cup, is
League?
it? Nations League, that's it.
That's what we have
Yeah.
instead of friendlies, to make friendlies more interesting. Except that
Right.
they're still shit.
Well, England's not even in the top group. They're in the second
That's because we're
group.
shit.
Yeah.
Number 4th ranked team in the world, apparently, or something.
Weren't they third?
I don't know. But then I don't know.
All right, we better move on from football.
Yeah.
Who else has got stuff they've been doing?
I've been busy spending lots of cash.
Come on then.
Right, well, first things first, spent a shitload of money on an outdoor grill. Not really a
Nice.
barbecue, because there's no coals involved, is there? It's gas.
Don't get technical. Just call it a fucking gas
It's
barbecue.
a fucking
and be done with
grill.
it.
But yeah, it was a lot of money. So I asked you several weeks ago which brand you had.
And I have a Broil King.
And so do I now.
Yes.
Because, I don't know, it kicked off, I was went home
Royal
base.
King
one day.
Bros.
Home base had Outback barbecues. I was like, what's that? And it's like, and there was one that was like a gas, but you could put coals on and heat the coals with the gas, and then turn the gas off and use it as a charcoal. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And then I looked into it a bit more. It's like, 'cause it's not that much money, and it was like 400 odd quid, which is obviously quite a lot of money.
Now you're into coals. Now you're into sorting out the coals.
Yeah.
Now that's not what you get barbecue for. You get gas barbecue so you can just turn it on, cook your shit, and then go back inside.
Turn it off again. Yeah.
That's it.
So yeah, ended up spending fucking loads of money on a Broil King.
Yes.
It was 29% discounted or whatever, so it was supposed to be considerably more than it was.
29% more even.
Yes, which it started off at £1,400 before the discount.
Dave and I both did the same
But-
face.
Looking, I feel like we're getting ripped off a bit over here, because it definitely doesn't seem to convert to the dollar value. And if you look at all of the Webbers, everything like that, we're paying way more in pounds than you are in dollars in the States.
Oh,
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, obviously it's made in the US. Well, not for
It's a good
America.
barbecue. Don't get me wrong. You're paying
Yeah.
for quality, but yeah,
Yeah.
you guys in Britain are definitely overpaying. One, you got to ship them all over
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
Two, you ain't selling many of them,
No.
right? Over here, as soon as it gets to springtime, you drive around it, and there's just barbecue.
People just fucking basically throwing
people
them
just
out.
binning their barbecues all the time, right?
Wow.
You always and then you get these guys traveling around who pick up binned barbecues for the scrap metal. Like that's how many barbecues are getting.
They just
binned.
don't even bother using them. They just fucking scrap them.
My barbecue, I've got a Broil King. You're not gonna like this, but I've got a Broil King out the back there. Like, cost me $100. Like, that's from not new, but from like a garage sale from an old an old couple who moved into a house and didn't want it. And it was like pretty much mint. I'm like, yeah, I'll pay $100 for that. I don't think I paid 100 actually.
You didn't
maybe
lowball them,
150,
I hope.
Fucking too right, I did. What is it with you guys? And you, I hope you didn't lowball those old people. Old people were,
Yeah, they're
They
probably
need to be
way better
lowballed.
off than you.
yeah, they're all dining
They've got
out
good
from the
pensions.
their pension troughs and all that. You definitely lowball old people. You ever see that?
House is probably
that
worth
poor,
fucking
the poor
about
grannies.
a million times more than they paid for it.
Yeah, but I don't have a broil. I don't think my barbecue's as big as yours. I think mine's only what I would
Mine's a
call
4-burner
medium.
plus rotisserie.
Ooh, sir, you got the rotisserie. I haven't
Yeah,
got
well,
that,
like I say, it was like the same price as a Napoleon without a rotisserie. I was like, well, I might as well get the one with a rotisserie. I probably won't ever use it, but fuck, it's there if I need it.
So cut to the chase. Then what you done with it so far? and how
Only
you finding
done. I
it?
did a
How's she
few-
run? How's she run?
Lovely. 100 quid for a gas bottle.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'll get it. It's 40 quid for a refill, I think. And I get a bit of money, obviously, back when I take it back and go, fuck it, don't want this no more.
That never happens.
But yeah, it's pretty good. It turns out, maybe it should worth paying a little bit extra. It was a piece of piss to put together, honestly. The guy's like, Yeah, it only take you 45 minutes. I was like, times that by 10.
You don't know me.
When you're doing it on your own, and it gives you a little tool, right? They've got like
Allen key.
dual purpose screw. It's not an Allen key because it's a Robertson key, effectively.
Oh,
which is
yeah.
like a square.
Here we go.
Oh,
Hang
right,
on.
Okay. Yeah.
The Robertson screw was invented by Mr. Robertson
You're fucking shitting
here
me.
in my town.
Wow.
And I know somebody who lives in his old house.
Nice. Well, he invented a nice, easy to use, what do you call them? A driver, I guess, to make a screw go in. But
Yep.
the one they give you is literally like, you know when they go to Crazy Golf and they give you a pencil? It's about that
Yeah.
size.
Right.
And obviously there's no fucking handle on it either. So trying to get any kind of torque on something like that, I was like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this thing? So I had like monkey wrench fucking in the end, trying to fucking turn it to fucking screw things in. I was like, this is fucking ridiculous. But then it's like, oh, you can just use a Phillips. I was like, oh, right, well, I guess I'll just go and get my Phillips screwdriver and that would be a lot fucking easier. But I'd spent about an hour trying to do it with a fucking monkey wrench and this bit thing. So, yeah, I'm an idiot. But there we go.
Yeah, I
Didn't
think
know
the
that
Robertson
already.
in a pinch, you can use a Phillips and you can use a square head, a small enough square head.
Well, it had like a Phillips bit. What do you call that?
Yeah, yeah.
Like it had a slots for Phillips.
Like a slot. Yeah,
when I
know
read the
one of
instructions,
those.
like you can use a Phillips screwdriver, I was like, well, I fucking wish I'd read that earlier. Because
Right.
trying to use this piddly little thing has been a right ball ache. But it was still quite a lot to get put together. The guy in home base, when I went to get my gas bottle, said, I said, I literally haven't put my barbecue together yet, so I just want to get the gas ready to go. And he
Did
was
you
like,
tell him you drive a Broil King?
No. He said, "Oh, what'd you get then?" I was like, "I went big and I got a Broil King." And he was like, "Oh yeah, you made a good choice." I was like, "Oh, yeah."
Nice.
I was like,
Yes.
"Good." He goes, "Yeah, Webers are great, but they're a fucking pain in the ass to put together." And the Outback's it's basically like a set of Lego. It's like in 1,000 pieces. I was like, "Good job I didn't buy that motherfucker. Then it'd taken me 2 weeks to put it together." But yeah, so pretty happy. Done some burgers. Done a load of chicken the other day. Bought myself a £2 stainless steel barbecue cleaning brush, which has made a big difference to making it a lot easier to clean the motherfucker because it does get a bit dirty.
What is it? Stainless steel bristles?
Yeah, it's like one of them triangle brush things.
Oh yeah. Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah.
So that was £2 in Tesco's. They were like 13 quid for a Weber one. I was like, that looks the same fucking thing in Tesco's. £2.
Yeah, don't worry about that. Yeah.
Not,
You
I've
just need
spent
something to
enough money
scrape
on a
down
fucking barbecue.
Something just to scrape down the burnings and the rat
Yeah, yeah.
droppings when you come back to it.
So yeah, it's very easy to use.
Yeah.
It's
Nice
quite
big
big.
cast iron body, retains some heat.
Yeah, cast iron real plate things, which
Yeah.
are you can flip for like it's got like a thin side and a fat side basically. So if they're triangular shaped basically.
Right. Fancy.
And yeah, lots of money. Going to be putting it to use tomorrow because it's my wife's birthday today. We're having a few people around, so I'm cooking a lot of fucking burgers tomorrow.
Oh, he's gonna drive it.
A lot
show
of
it off
burgers
to
and a
his
lot. I'm
mates
like,
tomorrow.
I said to Lee, let's just fucking keep it simple. I can't be asked with fucking cooking loads, preparing loads of fucking food. I'm just going to cook burgers and sausages.
Mate, that's the best thing about the barbecue, right? You fire it on, do some kebab. We did kebabs last night, quick and
Yeah.
easy. Burgers are quick and
Oh, I
easy.
could do some
Chicken's
kebabs. To
quick
be
and
fair,
easy.
I've got a load of chicken
Nice
breast.
one.
I'd use
I like to do a pork loin on the barbecue. You just get a pork loin, put some salt and pepper, some seasoning.
Would you
on
use
that,
yours as
throw
like an
that
oven?
on.
Oh, I cooked some vegetables in a roasting tin on it because it was like, oh, you can like if you just shut the lid, it's basically like I had 2 burners off and 2
Yeah, it's
burners
an
on.
oven, right?
It's
Yeah.
basically an oven. I was just like left it.
Yeah.
in.
See if you buy a shit barbecue, they're too thin to really let you do that. But if you get the, if you spend the money and get something with a thick case, you can
Yeah.
treat it like an oven.
I think
right?
I can't remember what it's made of. It might be cast aluminium, the lid. I can't remember. But it was
Maybe,
basically,
but it's nice and thick, right?
yeah, it's fucking hefty.
Heavy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah,
cool.
pretty happy with that.
Nice, you can
Lots of
tell. Look at
fucking
him.
money
He's-
there.
yeah,
It's like I better be fucking happy with it. But
honestly,
it's got a
mate,
10-year warranty.
good-
It's got a 10-year warranty on loads of the bits and bobs. So,
Yeah. Got a cover?
Yeah, I bought a cover.
Came with a cover?
No, I
didn't come
had
with
to
a
pay
cover.
extra for a cover.
Of course you did, yeah. Now you just need to plumb it into your gas line.
can't
so you
do
don't have to
that.
worry about a bottle.
You can't do
Why?
that.
Why?
You can't do that in this country. Safety
Says who?
standards.
What are you talking out your
I'm
arse
not having a
for? Who
fucking
says you
gas
can't?
pipe coming out of my house.
Why not?
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
got a
I've,
gas pipe going out of mine,
well, I've got a gas pipe running around the outside of mine.
mate.
We're just going to
you
like
say
drill a little
no,
hole
no,
in
no,
it.
no. Mate, you're putting up big blocks here. Just imagine you don't have to do that fucking gas bottle thing ever again. It's way cheaper than going and get
Oh yeah, I'm
gas.
sure. I know. I guess that is, but
And all you have to do is walk outside and just turn it on, and then it's ready. It's brilliant. Oh man, I wish I'd plumbed my gas in years ago. It's great.
but it's got a fucking rubber pipe with a regulator on. How would you swap that thing out?
Oh, you just do a conversion.
Oh.
That's easy.
Is it? I ain't fucking around
Yes,
with my
you can
gas.
do it.
I'm not drilling big holes in my fucking. I'm not extending gas
no,
pipes.
no, that's not. It's not a job for you. Neil.
No.
It's
No,
not
no,
a
no. You
job.
don't put the gas pipes in, but you just get a get. Basically, you just put a gas pipe out. And anyway, we'll talk about this another time. This is not good radio.
Well, I'm not doing it, so it won't be happening.
All right, you will.
No. It seems extremely unlikely. I won't
You
be
wait till
fucking
you're lugging
binning
that
this
fucking gas-
barbecue in
Wait till
6
you're
months'
lugging
time.
that fucking gas bottle in the middle of winter somewhere, and you tell me.
Or halfway through a barbecue because you.
Yeah, have you got a spare gas bottle?
No, because it's another 100 quid.
Oh, rookie!
Well, I was thinking that. I was like, should I just buy another fucking one? So I bet it's like it's
Running
another
to-
100 quid. But my credit card
Happy birthday,
is
Lou. Here's a
fucking
gas
on
bottle.
fire this month. My credit card is burning this month. It's insane. So
Yeah.
All right, what else you got?
to go with the outdoor barbecue, because obviously you don't have an indoor one. I've got an outdoor Sonos speaker. Hence
Just one?
Just one, but it has 2 tweeters in. Does stereo. Does fucking it does magic basically. It does that. There's the thing called TruePlay when you've got your iPhone. When you set up my Sonos in my house with my fucking surround sound and everything, it's like walk around, wave your phone around, do this, blah blah blah, and it tunes the system for like Atmos and everything, which is cool. But apparently this thing just does it constantly itself, because obviously the idea is you can move it anywhere. So it just goes, oh, I'm going to reconfigure my sound, and so far sounds pretty fucking good. I'm impressed. It was that was reduced 320 quid. That was cheap though.
Speaker.
That's not bad for a smart speaker.
Gee, 120 quid. You buy a system for that, surely.
Not an outdoor.
I don't know.
one.
I live in an old world.
Yeah, well, I'm happy with it. I have the Sonos system, and it was literally, I plugged it in. Well, I plugged the charger bit in, slotted the speaker on the charger, opened my Sonos app, and it was like, "Do you like connect your Move 2 to the system?" I was like, "Yeah, we'll do actually. Thank you. That'd be very lovely." Just pressed the button, and it basically just worked. I was like, "That's fucking easy, isn't it?"
Yeah, fair enough.
And then give it a little charge for a few hours. Went outside, plonked my Move on the table, turned the barbecue on, listened to the football while I was cooking my burger. I was like, "This is lovely. It's great."
Yeah, that's nice.
So yeah, sounds good.
Nice.
Anyway, I do like
Nice.
the sound. It's not hi-fi, obviously. Like if you had
Sounds of the summer, though.
but it's like I've got the battery's like 22 hours. So like that. I know we was at a party the other week, and they all had Bluetooth. They had a Bluetooth speaker, little tiddly little thing, which sounds all right, JBL job or whatever. But it fucking died after about 3 hours. I was like, I ain't gonna have that problem. It's like that'll go.
Mhm.
I'll be having adventures on my parties. It will never go
You'll be
on for
having-
that long.
22-hour-long barbecues.
Exactly. So yeah, very happy with that. So Move 2, and like I say, they've been on sale. I don't know how many % off. They're normally like 450 quid. So it's pretty
So even
substantial
though
discount.
Even though it is an outside one, do you put it inside and use it as a?
I can use it
separate
anywhere
speaker?
basically. So obviously I
Yeah.
could just like it's got a little charging stand, which is like
Yeah.
sort of a ring, but sort of square shaped ring, if you like,
Yeah.
with a couple of little points on it, so it just slots on nicely. And then I just leave it there most of the time. It's in the back room, and then like I say, when we have the party, I just put it outside
Bring it out.
within the Wi-Fi
Oh,
range.
so you don't use it like as a center speaker or as a
No.
sound bar for
This
your,
is
your
just
normal
another room.
Okay, right, yeah.
Another room with
Right.
another speaker in now.
Yeah.
And yeah, piece of piss. Works like it's like that Apple thing. Just works, doesn't it? Sonos is. There's a reason it's the number one, I guess. 'Cause
Nice.
It just all fucking works easy. And I can like just go in to my Sonos app, like play music in the back garden, play the same music in the fucking dining room, play it in the lounge, blah blah blah. Turn it, switch between the three. It's pretty cool,
Do
Sonos.
you ever go to your window and look out at your barbecue?
Not yet, because a lot of the time this week I've just gone out in the garden and gone.
And looked
Big.
at your barbecue.
Big
yeah.
barbecue. Well, it's covered
Nice.
up. It's got the cover on most of the time.
Not even with the covers, they got some presents.
It says Royal King on the cover.
King. King.
So I did,
It's
yeah.
you, Neil.
I'm loving it. Loving it.
So how many burgers and sausages you got for tomorrow?
Not at the moment. I think I haven't got any. Got a load of rolls. My wife's going to get burgers. and
You're
stuff
cutting it
tomorrow.
thin. It's going to be an awesome day tomorrow.
We'll
Oh,
see.
yeah.
We'll see.
Well, no, Tesco. He's gotten in, Dave. Don't
Ah,
worry.
We've got
maybe
loads.
just the back room.
Got
Yeah.
loads.
Anybody's
of
not going to be
barbecue.
concerned about
I've got
getting
some
their
mince
hands
beef.
on.
I can make about 8 burgers if I have to.
When the apocalypse comes, we're going to Neil because he's going to be the one who gets us food.
Well, if you come here, we'll probably be quite close to an epicenter of a large nuclear explosion. So there won't be much here.
Oh, okay. Your barbecue will still be there, though.
We've got
That'll
an
survive.
airport not that far away. I assume that'll be a target for a nuclear bomb.
What airport's near you?
Luton,
Oh, yeah.
like half an hour away. Yeah.
Oh, congratulations on re-signing your boss, by the way.
Yes, I'm happy with that. That's a big signing for the
I
summer
would
so
have-
far.
Actually, no. If you'd asked me beforehand, I thought he was going to still be there.
We're going
I'm
back
surprised-
to football, haven't we?
I'm
was like,
surprised he did.
What do you mean? What do you mean you re-signed
Yeah,
your
for a
boss
minute,
work?
for a second there, I was like, oh yeah, I remember what you're talking about.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
let's not dwell on this too long. Poor old Dave. No, I would have thought. I'd be surprised. Has he? Here's my question for you, and you would know, and I don't. Has he stayed because he's just genuinely seems to be, and he seems to be a cool guy. I'm surprised he didn't get poached by anyone.
I think
But-
the club would have wanted to make sure he stayed for sure, because I feel like he definitely could get offers.
Yeah.
Given the merry-go-round that occurs through the summer generally. I think he feels. I don't know. I don't read fucking stuff all the time about my club, but he's definitely looks like he has a bit of an emotional attachment to the club now, considering what's happened
Yeah.
over the last
Yeah,
18
yeah.
months since he's been there.
Yeah.
So
How long have you signed him for? Then what did he sign?
4-year deal. So I'm assuming
Yeah.
there's a bit of a.
How much you paying him?
I honestly don't know. I didn't say. I'm assuming he's got a bit of a pay rise though,
Yes, that's that one would
because
expect
obviously
that.
we've got a few more quid.
Yeah. Good for him.
I haven't
Good
heard of
for you
Ross
guys.
Barkley leaving yet either.
No.
So maybe he'll still be there. Maybe he'll be like a superstar in the championship for next season for us. We'll see.
All right. Sorry, I derailed. Let's
You
move. What
did.
else you got there? HDMI. What's that?
I bought an HDMI lead for my PC.
Amazing.
28 quid. I went with the one that's not fibre optic, and so
Yeah,
far, touch wood,
25 foot.
7 meters. What's that?
Oh, fucking you and your meters.
Sorry for living in the fucking metric world like
Yeah,
everyone
that's
else in
about
the
25
world.
foot, right?
Is it 3 and a
Is
bit?
that
3.6, 3.3,
3 and a bit feet per.
3.3? Is it?
Yeah, not even that.
So yeah. Anyway, so far, it's a bit of a fucking ball. You got your PC connected to TV as well.
Yes.
Do you find it to be a bit of a fucking ball ache?
Yes.
Do you have to go in
Sometimes.
and like what I have decided? Because what happened was I set it all up and I had 3 monitors running, and I was like, "This is great." Went into Steam. So what I do is on Steam, when I click Big Picture mode, it automatically switches to my TV as the main monitor and makes my games play on there. So if I'm just
Right.
playing on my monitor, I just don't launch Big Picture mode. But if I want to play on my TV, I launch Big Picture mode. Piece of piss. Great.
Right.
Then turned my computer back on after I just shut it down when I'd set all that up and played a game. Gone, this is great. Everything looks amazing. My TV, the games look so much better on my TV. Oh wow! And then when I turned my computer on, I was like, oh, why is my main monitor not coming on? Why does it keep turning itself off? And why is I've got one like flipped like 90 degrees, which I use as like a second monitor normally, and that's the main monitor, but it's flipped. So
Why have I got all these
why
problems?
is it all the wrong fucking way round now? I'm like, what the fuck? It was all working
Mate,
fine
one
when I
day
turned it off.
we're gonna be on here. You'll have wires coming out of your head and things like that, and microchips on your eyeballs, and you'll be going, Why is this not syncing with this?
Yeah. Well, so basically, what I have to do now is, maybe it's because
if you'd like an answer, I can tell you. I only have one monitor downstairs on my PC. I run a screen mirror to my television.
But are they both the same resolution?
Yes. Yes, they are. Yeah.
Right. See,
No.
that makes things.
No, they're not.
No, they're
because
not,
I think
are
it because it
Your
dumps to
TV's
4K.
4K, yeah.
TV's 4K. So what I do
Do.
Poop.
I think I just.
You just change the resolution when you.
I'm just trying to think what I do. I have issues. They're different issues. So I have
because
issues.
I already had 2 monitors and added a third, effectively, when my TV came, and then it just went. Like I say, when I turned it off, everything was working fine. When I turned it on, it was like, what the fuck's happened? Everything's not working.
Here's what I have to do. I can run my PC. I can then turn my TV on, screen mirror, and I go to big picture mode or whatever, and I run everything from my TV. It's fine. Yeah. And I have my monitor in the background is doing the same thing. I've got used to it. I don't care.
Yeah, it's not, you're not even looking at it. Yeah. But now,
if I turn off my TV, all hell starts breaking loose because then my PC starts going. Then my PC starts getting fucked up because it doesn't know what resolution.
Am I doing 1080p here or 4K? What the fuck's going on?
Yeah, and so what I always do if I'm finished playing on the TV, I just shut my PC down and just let it just disappear. The other issues that I get is like when I go back into my. And I have to do that because then when I boot my PC up and I'm just on my desk, all my audio settings are where they should be. If I try to jump around without shutting everything down, I have about 4 to 5 different sound card options. I got a TV sound card option. I got
when you click on your
graphics card
audio
sound option
in the Windows. I've got about fucking 20 things. I'm like, what are
nuts,
all these things?
Isn't it? It's worse. I changed to Windows 11. This PC's all right. It doesn't show me that many, but yeah, the one downstairs, there's all sorts of them.
It's like streaming speaker, this. What the fuck is that?
4 or 5 of them are listed, and then they're listed again, but in digital format. I don't even know how that works, And then there's all sorts of audio. Because I run an external sound card. My DJ controller has an internal
you have
sound
different
card.
Extra weird things to have to deal with.
Yeah. I don't know. So it's one of those things. You just get into that little groove of how do I make this work, and just
So the way I've got it working,
and everyone who doesn't have a PC is going, "This is why I stick to console."
Yeah, well, the reason you have a PC is because you can do anything you want, but it's a bit of a fucking ball ache occasionally when you want it to
It's getting better. It's getting better. Anybody who's a PC freak knows that it's just things have got better.
It would be fine if I just
worse.
replaced my monitor with a TV. That would have been fine. Because everything would have been working. Because it would just because 2 monitors works fine. But adding a third one, doesn't like that.
No.
So what I have to do now is before I decide I'm going to play a game on my TV, I basically have to open NVIDIA app or NVIDIA control panel, make sure that my TV. I have to turn my TV on, then press NVIDIA control app, and make sure that my TV is active, and then I can play. And then before I turn my computer off, I make sure my fucking TV is inactive again on the NVIDIA control app. But that's on my second monitor, so I could just leave it open and then I turn around back to my computer and just go make sure I turn that shit off before I turn my computer off. And then when I turn my computer on next time, it's all fine, which is what I've learned. So yeah, it's a bit of a faff, but games look fucking incredible on my TV,
right?
As I've already discovered from my PS5. And yeah, the PC games. The one thing is you have to make sure it's running in full screen to make the HDR work. But once I sussed it, I was like, "Oh, this now looks great." But obviously, I'm now running going from 2K effectively to 4K. My graphics card's doing twice as much work, so it gets pretty fucking warm in here when that thing's going at 4K. I had to turn ray tracing off on the Elden Ring, and it now runs at 60 FPS at 4K. It still looks fucking amazing.
I remember you said, well, your new computer is pretty much silent, but how is it now when you got...
no.
No.
Well, I upped the frame rate on my monitors to 120 hertz.
Right.
But Elden Ring's capped at 60. To be honest, that's the only game I've actually played from my PC on my TV, and it just looks fucking amazing. But it still does that
Yeah.
fucking freezing and stuttering bullshit, which is
I've
annoying.
seen lots of reports. There's a specific.
It's
There's one very
DirectX 12, I
specific thing.
think. Something to do with DirectX 12 or something. It does it. It's just like, I don't know what
It's
it
not.
is.
It's not the only game that does it.
No,
No,
but
No.
it's particularly bad. To be fair, it runs fucking flawlessly at 60 frames with the ray tracing off most of the time. And then occasionally, completely randomly, it'll just go, nope, I'm just going to
Yeah.
freeze for like half a second and then catch up a bit and then maybe do a little mini freeze again and then catch up. But yeah, it's a little bit frustrating. But that is not related to the 4K because I used to do that on my 2K monitor. I was like, but now it looks when it's not doing that, it looks even fucking better because TVs, HDR particularly on my TV with the OLED, yeah, that looks fucking great. I have to say, but because the HDR on my monitor does not look fucking great because it's a vast difference in brightness on the max brightness on my monitor versus my TV, and OLEDs don't even have that high a brightness compared to other technologies, but still a lot better than my monitor. It just looks a bit washed out. OLEDs look fucking great, just the best technology.
That's why I must never look at one.
Oh, they're so fucking nice. So,
Dave,
Hello.
what you got? Anything?
Not a lot really.
You've been
I've-
very quiet tonight.
I've. Yeah,
Just
the
motor
missus
And
mouth
that's
in
okay
action.
because you can let two chatterboxes just get on with it, right?
the missus has not been very
So
well
those-
this week.
assume he doesn't fall
Um,
asleep while we're boring everybody.
So that's a shame. She's not feeling on top of things.
So she's had flu, COVID.
Ah.
So I've literally been running around like a blue-ass fly.
Did she have COVID or was it just a flu type thing?
Don't know. To be honest, it's not really COVID anymore. It's not like COVID how, like, not proper COVID. She did a test, but it was negative. So
What were her
flu.
symptoms?
Just feeling fluey, coughing, cold.
Shivers, fevers, all that bollocks.
Fevers, hot and cold.
Shit,
Yeah,
gee,
yeah.
That's pretty much what I had then. So that's why I think I've picked up the same thing, right?
So I think I had it after coming back from London.
How did
I
you
know.
get sick? You didn't drink enough, clearly.
I drank enough.
I avoided all sickness by just getting incredibly pissed.
That's why I got sick.
Yes, you didn't have a drop.
No, too sober for illness.
So yeah, but yeah, she's had it all week. So I've been running around and yeah, just not really done much this week. To be honest, I've been sorting out. We're supposed to go and see Foo Fighters tomorrow,
Oh yeah.
but the missus isn't feeling very well, so I'm sorting out.
Take Neil.
I'm going to
Well,
buy.
Yeah.
He wants to take someone he likes.
Ah,
we were going with a couple. Basically, they got us our tickets, and so I told them this morning that Vic's not going. So I've been sorting out somebody else. They've
you're
offered
still
their
going.
ticket to somebody
Blind
else. Oh, I'm
date
still
for
going. I'm
Dave.
still going. Yeah.
They're gonna get their hot single mate, Dave. They're gonna be. Ooh.
So no, it's somebody else in our friend group. So JP. So he's going to come along, and we're sorting out trains, and I've already paid for
Where
the
is it?
hotel and everything.
Where is it?
It's Olympics. No, not Olympic. London
Oh,
Stadium.
The London Stadium. That's
Yeah,
where
the
the
London
baseball
Stadium.
was the other week.
Yeah.
West
so we're
Ham.
yeah.
You'd be staying at the same hotel Neil stayed at.
We're staying at a place near Canary Wharf, Marlin Apartments or something.
We're not saying that.
Yeah.
So
We stayed in a
um,
Holiday Inn Express.
But I tried to change it to a twin room for a double, and I was like, oh no, because you booked it through Booking.com, we can't
Yeah.
do that. So I looked on Booking.com, and there's nowhere that I can change the room to. So
That's not built into the price.
no. So yeah.
Booking
Well,
dot.
fine.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. So yeah, it's alright. But that's already paid for. So yeah, it's literally just and the
It's going to be an
tickets paid for.
incredibly uncomfortable night for you, Dave. It's all right.
Yeah, you just get to spoon your buddy. You gotta do what you gotta do. Just pretend he's Dave Grohl.
Nah, JP's a good old lad. So yeah, no, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Sad that the missus can't go.
Of course.
But,
Well, wish her well.
Yeah. Hope she
yeah,
feels
yeah.
better.
So yeah, and just looking after the puppies really this week. They've got bigger.
They're twice as big as they were last week, 2 weeks ago.
They
Dave.
are. But
They look like
yes,
dogs in the background there now.
Yeah, that one there.
Was it last week we recorded, wasn't it? Yeah.
So,
They've grown a
uh,
lot in a week.
and they're processing food quickly.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah.
They need to get
Come
F
down-
out here
I
soon.
come down in the morning and it's like, fuck's sake, what? Oh,
Just little
Um,
turds everywhere.
yeah. Oh, and like there's all stamps in. And it's like, oh my god. So yeah, got to get them out, get them all cleaned up, get all that clean, put them back in, and then feed them, water them, and yeah, so that's like 45 minutes just sorting them out every morning. And
Taking it
yeah,
out of you.
it is. It's hard work.
Oh, that
so
reminds me of getting my dog fed. Forgot.
it's gonna be sitting
got-
outside the room.
You've got a smart
I've
dog
got s-
feeder that you're just tapping into your phone. It feeds the dog.
Yeah.
You've got one of those Fallout
I do.
robots.
It's called my son on Discord.
Stop playing Elden Ring.
If you really want a challenge, don't feed him.
Yeah. Be the final boss.
Unless yeah, if you don't want to. Anyway. All right. Okay. Well, anything else? Then
That's
shall we just
it.
crack on? Shall we just try and keep pushing on then to move on to the 100 games Neil will have on his list?
I haven't.
Oh,
Thought you'd talk about all your millions of games.
I haven't turned my gaming PC on in probably 3 to 4 weeks now. I don't think.
You really?
Are you done with video games? Other than the other one.
I'm having a break. I think I'm going to play Hunt when the new engine comes out. I'm pretty much resigning
August.
myself. Yeah, although. Yeah, I think it's just the thought of just going to sit. It's the thing of the summer, right? The thought of like, right, I'm looking outside my window right now. Yeah, it's been raining a lot, but I also know it's nice and warm outside and whatever. The thought of going down and during daytime and being in the basement doesn't fill me with joy right now. To me, that's a waste. And then by the time it gets nighttime, all you guys have normally logged off. So.
But you just play Balatro.
No, I haven't been. What I want from Balatro is I want it to come onto iOS.
To
I wanna just
really
pick-
fuck your life up.
Nah, well, I really want to play it, but the thought of like firing up my laptop to play it, like I did play a couple of games on the plane over or whatever, but I need it. I now want to just be able to pick it up really simple and easily when I want to play it. And so the iPad, I'm waiting for that. That's what I'm waiting for, big time.
Steam Deck.
Why not?
Can't do it.
No.
Can't do it. I got too
A lot
many.
cheaper than an iPad.
Is it on Switch?
I'll always have an iPad though. I love my iPad. Right.
Oh, I can't be doing with iPads.
I bought some rims this week. Actually, that's what I did get some new rims for my car. So
Rims?
yeah, I needed new rims. One of my rims was cracked
What,
for my
Cracked?
winter set. So I haven't been able to use my winter set.
So not steels, not steel wheels with like hubcaps.
No.
You can just get them for the winter. Some steel.
I remember, right? I worked at this place. It used to crack me up. This guy where I worked. This my sales manager. He got an Alfa Romeo, right? And as we all know, Alfa Romeos, good-looking cars, or whatever like that. But he didn't.
Bit of a reputation though for breaking down.
Of course, yeah, we all know that, right? But they're beautiful-looking cars. And but the corporate budget didn't stretch to alloys. And so just every customers were just phoning up all the time asking for steel wheels. They go, steel wheels there. Fucking brilliant. It just cracked me up.
How do you get an Alfa with steel wheels? They don't. Surely they don't even come with steel wheels.
He did. Well, they probably don't
pay
now.
Extra for fucking steel wheels.
I don't know. Like it was just, yeah. It was
Steel
back
wheel
then.
option minus £1,000.
Probably Alpha aren't in that market anymore, are they? Where they're knocking out. But just back then, they were probably
No
knocked out
one
a
fucking. You
budget.
can't buy a car anywhere with steel wheels now, can you?
Oh, you'd be surprised. You'd
Hmm.
be surprised. Go have a look. Yeah, I'm sure you can. The absolute bottom rung Fiesta probably
The
has steel
Dacia.
wheels. Yeah, but a lot of people have steel wheels over here for their winter tires. That's not unusual, but I just happen to have a set of alloys because, of course.
Because you're fancy.
Yeah. But I had one that had a crack, and I had it repaired, and it still leaked. So,
Yikes.
yeah. And now I have wheel wobble at 80 kilometers an hour too. So I think I've got wheels out of balance. Wheels. All I can think about are wheels right now. It's driving me crazy.
You can make a
Anyway.
video game out of that.
Hot Wheels.
Not wheels.
We're getting some dreadful derailing here, aren't we?
Yeah. We're supposed to talk about video games.
I don't want to talk about video games. They're boring.
Shut your mouth. It's because you don't play good ones.
Come on then.
Come on then, Dave. You can go.
Actually,
first.
Dave's got the most. Dave, you better start.
I've got the most, yeah. So I've been continuing to play Dragon's Dogma 2. Still very much enjoying myself on that. There's a ton of content. How are you feeling, DD2? Yeah. I haven't been playing it massively. I've put like 5 or 6 hours in it this week. So
I didn't hear you talk about it last week. Unfortunately, I will admit I listened to probably I listened to the show last week up to the point until you start talking about video games, and I was like, no, that's just coincidence. I just ran out of time.
Yeah.
But so I didn't hear you talk about Dragon's Dogma, but you're enjoying it, are you?
Yes. So
Good.
I've unlocked a new type of I don't know what skill ability.
What,
sort
like
of
a
fighting
class?
style class, which is a trickster. And I've been butting my head against it. It's not very good. And I've gone down a rabbit hole and I'm playing it, and I've been trying to get past various things, and I came to the realization that I don't like it. It's not good, and I don't think I'm going to get anything out of it. So as soon as I made that choice, I was like, I'll just go back to being a warrior or a fighter. And then I did that, and I was like, the game's good again. Because I was really going to sort of put it down, because I was like, I can't get past like even some of these cyclopses or bigger enemies that I could literally like a couple of hours ago, and I was like, oh, it's because I've gone into this weird class that I don't really get, and it's all about sort of making the enemies sort of try and attack you, but not you, and you make a ghost or I don't know. It's weird. I didn't like it, and I'm like, no, it's not me. I just want to sort of
Just wanna
jump on
fight
enemies,
things.
and I just want to
Chop
plunge
'em
my
up.
sword into somebody's genitals, and not just like, oh, come and fight me over here. It's like, oh, it's a bit shit. So maybe I'll go back to it, but at the moment I just want to get through. I don't think I'm near the end, but I want to sort of start mainlining it towards the end now. Because it is really good, but I can see myself putting it down and not picking it up, and I'm like, no, I want to finish it. I want to at least do the story.
Is this like a? It's been a while since I played. I didn't play a great deal. So is it like an RPG kind of deal where you got skills
Yeah.
to unlock and all that?
Yeah,
Skills,
yeah,
pay the
yeah.
bills.
Yeah, so the better or the more you play a role, your class, the better you get at it, and the more skills that you can unlock to use and equip on a hotbar to use in battles. And you also unlock not only skills that you can use, but like passive abilities, including like your defense is increased, or enemies are more likely to attack you, which is good on some classes where you want to be the tank. And then there's also the opposite ones for like the assassins, where you don't want to be targeted, you're just a DPS.
Just a what?
But yeah, DPS.
What's that?
So damage per second.
Oh, sorry.
So you're like a glass cannon. You can't take many hits, but you're high in damage.
So,
So
what did you say that was? An assassin?
Yes.
So are they supposed to like sneak around?
I think it's a thief, but
Right.
it's basically an assassin class. It's dual wielding
They're
daggers.
rogues. Could be a rogue.
Yeah.
You class them as a rogue. They tend to
Yeah.
be dual daggers or something like that. Rogues, don't they?
That's it.
Sneak around, can't take any damage, but can do quite a lot. Yeah.
That's it. And then you've got an. I haven't played as an archer or a mage yet. I haven't played the long range ones, but again, you don't want them to be targeted. But yeah, it's all right. It's good. I will get round to those other classes. But yeah, I tried this trickster one and it was
Not your bag,
yeah.
man.
Not my bag. No. I'm sure there is like this. It's a really good class to use, but it's not my style. So that's fine. I know that now. I've changed. So I will continue being a fighter until I unlock or.
Can you do magic classes?
You can do magic classes. You can do, and then I think once you complete either magic or the archery, and you've mainlined one of the fighters or the warriors, you can do like a mix of them both.
Hybrids.
But I haven't. Yeah, and they're supposed to be quite powerful. I've been reading about them, so
Yeah.
I will sort of.
So
get
is
to
it
that
like
point.
a Dark Souls type thing where you've got, say, like 8 stats and you just add a number to it? Sort of thing.
No, there's no number stats. There's basically just health and stamina. But other than that, I think there are not passive stats. There's stats that are affected by equipment, but you don't increase those manually by putting points into anything. But the classes have the abilities to use. Not the abilities. They are able to use weapons and armor to increase it more or less in different ways. So the magic defense or magic attack and physical defense and physical attack. So yeah, you're not putting them points into the characters per se, but you're changing the character's class to be able to use different equipment to change that. So yeah,
Yes,
it's good. There's a lot to it, and I think you've got it, haven't you?
I have.
Yeah.
Probably going to be a while before I play it, though, to be honest. So I just watching the video going, this looks like a bit like another game that I'm kind of playing. But...
yeah, it's not an Elden Ring. It's definitely not an Elden Ring. You die and you go back to your last save, but it saves quite often. But the sort of you can spam health potions, like you're a sliver before death, and you just spam all the health potions to get your health back to full. So it's not like it's quite hard to die if you're not paying attention. Yeah, and yeah, if you haven't got anything to do healing with, but you pick up so much stuff. That yeah, I think when you can go into New Game Plus, and you can bump the difficulty up, but it's not a hard game. It's just a lot to it, and there's a lot to explore. Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, there's that.
All right.
Shall I go into my next one? This is one that I picked up on Game Pass.
Well, you could let Neil do one, then you can come back to you, then to Neil, then back to you.
There's not a lot to say.
All right, then we'll
about
back to
Gran
Dave in a
Turismo.
minute,
Yeah.
Still playing Gran Turismo. I was a little bit disappointed when I loaded up my GT Sport time trial this week and found that I'd only got bronze.
Oh.
I was like, I left it and it was on silver, loaded it up, fucking bronze. I was like, what? So I only got 250,000. So I was a bit pissed off at that. But I soon got over it.
What was the difference between
I don't even know. Because it had passed, the deadline had passed. I was just like, there's a little thing of going, oh, you could come and get your reward. So I went and got my reward and it was like, you've won 250,000. I was like, hey, I was on silver. Huh?
That's not going to pay for a Sonos and a barbecue.
It's fucking ain't, mate. That's a lot of credits. It's a lot of GT7 credits to pay for a fucking barbecue. I'd rather think. How
Barbecue pays you. Don't worry about
Mate,
it.
if I had a barbecue worth of GT money, I'd be a billionaire in GT.
Compared to your previous electric barbecue,
Yeah, I feel like this could be more long lasting. This
come on,
might
it's
actually
gotta
make
be.
it the 10-year warranty period, whereas that other one, I was like, this is fucking shit. I wish
Oh,
it was a
okay,
waste of
well,
money.
yeah. Anyway, sorry, barbecue derail.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, Gran Turismo. What can I say? Still playing. I ain't really got much to say other than
Yeah.
that, what I just said.
All right.
And then there's one
All right.
other game.
Well, let's go back to Dave then. Go on, Dave.
Cool. So I've been playing a game that came out on Game Pass called Keplerth.
Yeah,
Keplerth?
how do you say this? Keplerth?
Keplerth.
Keplerth? Keplerth?
Yeah. So looking at it, it looked like a RimWorld game. It uses a lot of the similar assets,
Right.
and I picked it up thinking it was like a colony sim, similar
This has
to
been
maybe
out a
just.
while, apparently.
This has been out a couple of years. It came out on
Gee, it's
Steam.
2 years ago this fucking video's from.
Yeah. So I picked it up and started playing it. I was like, this is not what I thought it was going to be. I think the idea is that you're. So whereas RimWorld, it's a colony sim, and you're sort of the colony builder, and you have pawns that are the little people in, and you tell them what to do and to prioritize their what they do, their activities, whether it's building or constructing or crafting or whatever. It's like RimWorld, but it's a story version of a story that they've constructed, and you're in direct like control of one of the pawns,
Just one person.
just one.
Right.
So I
And they
played it for a
move
bit, and I was like,
incredibly slowly, apparently, according to this
yeah,
video.
it does. It's not, yeah. There are like mounts and stuff. I played it for probably about 45 minutes, an hour. I was like, this is not what I thought it was going to be. I did get quite far into it. I built a little workshop and constructed some a pickaxe and an axe and a sword. It's standard. The way to describe this is kind of like a top-down version of Terraria. I think it is, where
Yeah.
you can construct things and there's enemies to fight, and then there's
Probably
like
not as good as Terraria, I would go so far as to
probably
suggest, because
probably
that's
not.
quite good, apparently.
Yes. It released admittedly on Steam in early access. I don't know what it's like on Xbox, if it is saying it's early access or if it's a full release. Let's have a quick look. But yeah, it's okay.
It's got an interesting bunch of reviews on here. One of the top reviews is the guy like saying, it's okay, but he can't find much reason to do anything.
Right.
And it's like they need to do something to inject some fun.
Yeah.
But a lot of people are praising its non-grindiness and saying it's just nice, right? So
Yeah, it's you can build a little colony and you can do like farming and there is a way of like upgrading your character through like adding and removing different abilities, gene editing abilities.
It was tagged as something like a gene splicing modding RPG or something. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think that's the way I describe it. It's different enough that it's worth looking at and going, what is this? Unfortunately, I think you do need to put a bit of time in, a couple of hours to
Can
get
you
to
get
sort
any
of the.
faster moving around? Because
Yeah,
that
you
at
can
the
you can
moment
get
I'm
mount.
looking at it
Yeah.
going, I don't think I could deal with the pace of this game. It would really
I
fucking do me.
don't think you're supposed to be moving around the map as
Right.
much as this video is implying you do. I think there's a lot of stuff to do quite close, and there's a lot more. So you can go down. I know there's dungeons that you basically you access from your sort of starting position, and first say, oh, you can't go down here, you'll die straight away. You need to upgrade. And then there are things quite close to your base. Like I've done a bit of wandering around. It's like, oh, actually, like where I needed to go is directly south of where I spawned, and that sort of starts off the story, and you start upgrading. So I don't think exploration is the
It
biggest
doesn't
thing about this
encourage
game.
you to explore when you're walking
No,
around incredibly
not
slowly.
not early on. Not
Yeah.
early on. Maybe later when you can get horses and stuff to ride on. But yeah, it's what, it's free if you got Game Pass.
Yeah, I don't know if
I
this
don't-
person's like carrying. It might be that because they're carrying a shitload of stuff that makes them slow or something like that. I don't know. They are
not
really,
sure.
really struggling to move.
Yeah, so it's about it's £11, £11.50 on Steam. Its lowest price
What's
ever was
the
£6.
the overwhelmingly positive to negative kind of review
It's
vibes?
very very positive.
All right, so it's 90% positive, roughly. I think that is very
Is
positive.
that
If you go overwhelming is like a 95% plus or something
right?
positive, I believe.
Ah.
So yeah,
So yeah,
so it's supposed to be all right, but yeah,
yeah, it's on Game Pass.
maybe you just
Even if
haven't
it's not on Game
uncovered
Pass,
the
it's not.
magic.
I'm just looking at it on Steam. It's only like a $15-20 game.
Yeah, it's not a lot. It does actively encourage co-op play, so multiple
Okay.
people jumping into the same game. It has a really clever mechanic where not only do you access a sort of random world, everyone's world is randomly seeded and different from everybody else's, but you can go back and go to your player world, which you can upgrade and create buildings and basically use that as a staging ground so you can visit other people or people how do I say this? It's if you just do all the progression on your world but put nothing towards as I'm saying lots of different world. So your player world, if you put all your progression or your workspaces, all your farming, everything there, you can use that to travel to lots of other different people's. And I think that you can just join random people's worlds if they've got the option open. But if you don't do anything with there, when you go to somebody else's world, none of your progression sort of goes with you. So
If you don't what? If you don't do anything when you're there.
if you don't put any progression, if you don't upgrade your player world and you go to somebody else's, you don't have anywhere to take your stuff, or you can't like take your upgraded character to that. I think that's how it works. It's a little bit confusing, but it did.
So like when
it,
we played Valheim, different obviously style, but you had a character level,
yes,
which like what you could take your person into any world, and whatever
Yep.
you'd done with that person, you'd leveled up. So
yeah, but you didn't
Yeah.
take any of your materials or
Yeah.
your workspaces. Whereas in this game, your player world, as long as you've got all your materials there and your workspaces there, you can access that anytime
you can
want.
still take your shit
Yes,
into other people's games.
exactly,
Ah,
exactly. Yeah.
that's
So
interesting.
yeah, that does seem like a really good sort of mechanic and
So that's a cross-platform inventory.
yeah,
something.
something like that.
Cross-game
yeah.
inventory.
It does make me want to play it a bit more. I want to. It's the interest. Like it's piqued my interest on it.
There's more to discover.
Yeah, definitely. So
Mm.
yeah, there's that game.
Oh,
Kaplurth.
Kaplurth.
Who would have thunk it?
I could download a Game Pass game this week.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I haven't started it yet. But I've heard someone say it's very good. And other
Go for it.
people
What
say
is it?
Still Wakes the Deep.
Sounds like bollocks.
It's a bit horror-y,
Ooh.
psychological horror.
You like your
Oh my
own.
god.
So you might like that. I think
Maybe.
it's on the Xbox, I assume, as well as the PC. So
Yeah,
one
I could
for
do with
TV.
sitting down in front of a game this weekend on the sofa. That would be nice.
and it'll scare the shit out of you as well. Yeah, potentially.
We'll see.
Make you feel,
We'll
Yeah, it's,
make you go
it's
to
on
bed and
Xbox
have
as well.
weird dreams.
I already have weird dreams.
Well, even weirder dreams, scary ones.
I'd like to see them try. All right. What else we got?
I've got screenshots of that. Looks quite good. It's a short game.
Still wakes the
That's
deep.
Still wakes the deep. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's supposed to be quite good, I think. So maybe I'll just play a few hours of that in between other things.
Right.
Like I've got
Are
nothing
you going
else.
to talk
to do.
about Elden Ring?
Will do. Shall I do that now?
Yep, it's your turn.
Right. Well, the big DLC launched yesterday, as we said earlier, but I've barely scratched the surface of that. But because that obviously only came out last night, and I've just been playing, just mooching around the fucking amazing world of Elden Ring, the one that was there already without the DLC. And yeah, it's like going home, innit? A really horrible home. Which is full of horrible monsters that want to kill you. But I haven't New Game Plus this, and I'm running around and I'm like a level 160 something. So I'm just like, most things. There's a few things that can fuck me up. But most of the time I'm just like, dude, I'm back into the rhythm of the fucking. I've got the mechanics back. It's like I can time my dodges. I'm like, there's a few boss fights I've been in, and I always kill
he's
my
like
little friend in.
Rocky montage at this point. He's training himself back up. He's
I call my little
feel
friend
it's
in,
happening. It's
and
happening.
they like distract the boss occasionally, give me time to heal up and stuff. But like, there's these fucking giant things, and I'm like. They're just like, I just go and hit them about 5 times and they're fucking dead. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm like the boss. Just fucking like, that guy tries to stamp his feet on me and I'm just like, dodge roll out of the way. Thank you very much. Miss me completely. And then just like, give him a big old stab. I've got that. I'm just running around, still using my samurai build effectively. I made a few changes to my stats. I went and saw the queen that you kill. There's a point in the game, the base game, where you kill the queen, Queen Renala. And she doesn't really die because you can go and see her. And if you have a larval tier, you can change all your stats. You spend a larval tier and you can just basically go back to 0 and you can respec. So if you're level 20, probably aren't level 20, you can change all your stats up to level 20. But if you're level 160, you're like, fucking, I can just put everything back to reset and just pump all my health to like fucking shitloads or whatever. No point in doing it.
Basically, ignore stats you don't need.
You can
for
just
us.
jig your stats to like, oh, I fancy being a magician now, so I'm going to put everything into intelligence and mind, which gives me loads of resource to
And
use
rabbit.
magic for. So you can just. And I've got, I don't know, like 13 larval tiers or something, so I can go and fucking change everything a few times yet.
Anyway.
But I'm just loving. I've chose the samurai as my first playthrough. So I use the katana. You get a katana. The uchi katana is your starting weapon, which if you played the Dark Souls games, that's one of the best like katanas that you usually go and get. You're like, it's always like, where can I find the uchi katana videos for Dark Souls 2 or whatever, Dark Souls 3, because it's like scales really well with dexterity and all that sort of stuff. So it does a shit load of damage. And then I got that was my start weapon, and then I found another one, which does. Every time you hit something, it builds up poison damage, and then once you've hit them so many times, they just like go and tick poison damage over time, kind of thing. And then there's one which was legendary, pre-nerf. Still pretty fucking great though. It's called, like I said last week, it's called Rivers of Blood, and every time you hit something, it does fire damage as well as physical damage. And then once you've hit so many times, it does a massive chunk of blood makes people bleed and just like chunks a massive bit of health off them, which is great in boss fights when you're like battering away at some big old boss and then you just see a big old chunk of health bar go whoosh, whoosh, and it's like,
There's
yes.
no better feeling.
Yes,
is there, boys?
motherfucker. So yeah, I've not, like I say, barely scratched the surface of the Shadow of the Erdtree stuff. I entered the new area, and yeah, there wasn't that. There's always usually a moment in these games where you just like go into an area and go, "Fucking hell, look at that!" And like, I don't know, maybe I was a bit sort of immune to it, but didn't get that initial feeling when I first went into the new area. I was like, "Yep, it's a bit different looking Elden Ring," because I've been running around with the game effectively finished. Like, the game changes when you do something in the game and you're running around still. Like, the environments have all been changed. So in this, what happens in the game. But when you go into the new area, that effect is not in practice. It's like that hasn't happened because it's in a completely different realm. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. It's gone back to like old Elden Ring sort of thing. But I have been, like I say, barely touched the new stuff, and I've just went and fought some dragon, two-headed dragon, which was cool. Boss fights are fucking great in these games. Sometimes they're really, really hard. I found a load of little fucking dungeon things that I hadn't been to before. You can usually clocks once you've been to a couple. You're like, oh, there's a weird looking thing on that map. I bet that's something. And then you obviously find a way there, and it's like, oh, it is something. So and then you go and have a big scrap with a boss or whatever. But there's so many fucking secrets in these games. This one particularly, it's like there's always been secrets in Dark Souls and that, but Elden Ring is fucking, it's just a gigantic fucking game without the expansion. And there's just so much to fucking do. And like I say, most of the time, loads of the time, I'm not even fighting stuff. I'm just wandering around and like mooching about, picking up fucking flowers or whatever as I progress, and just like finding little niches and nooks and crannies that I hadn't clocked before. And I was like, there's one little, you can see like castles sort of layouts on the map, and I'm like, there's one on the map, and I'm like, where the fuck is that? I can't work out. I've been mooching around fucking for ages trying to find a way to get there, and I can't work out how to get there. But I finally got there yesterday. I was like, oh, that's cool. And there's a bigger fat bastard you have to fight there and all that sort of stuff. He's got a big hammer, and if you can get caught by the hammer, he does take a chunk of health off you.
Yeah. Well,
But
but he
yeah.
likes that.
Yeah,
Sees
yeah.
that come off you.
He goes, oh yeah, baby, that's the good shit. But fuck, oh man, the game's just incredible. It's just like, I was watching Dragon's Dogma 2, I was like, you could be watching Elden Ring. It's very similar, like it's all like fantasy vibes. You're running around with swords and shit like that. I don't know. And the boss fights are hard. No fucking around in all of the Souls games and stuff. But like I say, I'm at a level now. Like that's one thing I did notice was like going into the new expansion. I was like just mooching about, nothing really happening. There's a few fucking deer running around. I can go and hack them up and take some bones off them or whatever. And then you click in the right stick and it target locks whatever's in your sort of field of view. You can flick around using the right stick between certain targets if you've target locked. And then I clicked on this thing and I was like, oh, this red name came up. I was like, oh, that's obviously not a fucking deer. It's a person who's obviously a bit of a badass. He wasn't like an NPC invader or anything like that. He's obviously the first kind of character that you come across in this new, well, the first one that I came across in the expansion. And I was like, oh, okay. So let's go and have a bit of scrap then. And yeah, it hit me, and I was like, "Oh, that's taking quite a bit of health off." And I was like, "I need to fucking pay attention to what's going on now, because yes, we're in the expansion area, and now
Okay.
doesn't matter if you're
Shit's
level
getting
160.
real.
Yeah. Things hurt you again now. It's like, oh, I need to be on my fucking like, can't be just fucking around going blah blah blah. Oh, something's hit me, and it just like goes. Oh, you just go, ha, 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 that doesn't hurt. You just turn around and fuck them up like you do in the sort of main game. So it's like, yeah, that took a bit of focus for sure. The first little like character that I encountered, and like I think the minions are also a bit more powerful than I've been used to fucking around, just mooching around, just like not really paying attention. It's like something hits me, like oh fuck, like I've been back into like the old areas, and I'm like walk into some area, and I'm like get some dude fucking half a mile away shoots me with a giant fucking crossbow, fucking like thing, and I'm like, whoosh, go fly, and I'm like, where the fuck did that come from? But it's taken the tiniest little bit of health off, and I'm like, it's fine, I can work out where it came from and just run past him and then just kill him. But yeah, it feels like I don't know how they've worked out the leveling in the new area, but yeah, like I say, I'm level 160 odd, and yeah, things matter now. We're in the new expansion for sure. But
So is there any indication of how long this will consume yours, and by association our time?
oh, fucking weeks. Weeks, the months. We're going back to months again. This is going to be like, I need to, like, I haven't played anything else. Like I say,
Strap yourself in, Dave.
it's so fucking good.
Awesome. Can't wait.
So yeah, what can I say? I don't know. I still
well-
think there's other bosses that I haven't fought. I've got to the point now. I'm like searching up on videos. Like, have I missed anybody? Who can I go and mop up boss wise? Like, because there's loads of options. Like the dragon fight. Like, you have to go to a very specific place, which is a bit off the beaten track, and find something to just go. You basically lie down in some random little spot, and you get transported into this fight. I'm like, loads of stuff like that is probably there's probably stuff that still people haven't found in this fucking game, like the base game. It's just like, how did someone decide to walk? Like, there's usually like you're walking around, there's like a little ledge. People have obviously like cleared all the enemies out of an area and then just go investigate everything in that fucking area to find this kind of shit out. It's like you have to like drop down a little ledge. There's a little platform that you can if you're just walking around normally, you won't even know it's there, because you won't go to the edge and look right over the edge and go, oh, there's a little spot I can probably drop down to there. And then you can fucking go to this other bit, walk around a corner, blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, looks like there's nothing there. And then all of a sudden there'll be a little prompt on the screen. It's like, press Y to lie down. And I'm like, well, obviously something's going to happen now, isn't it? And that's how you get to this dragon fight. It's just like, what the fuck? Just so much. They just hide shit. And it's like, they don't give a fuck if no one finds it, but they know someone will find it. And then it's just fucking like spreads like wildfire. Everyone fucking knows because it's on the internet. So it's just magic.
An internet?
On internet. Yeah. Everyone should play it.
All right.
It's the best
Yeah,
game ever
we
made.
know. All right, welcome back. Okay, is that enough Elden Ring then until next week?
For now.
For now. All right, Dave, your last one.
I fired up Modern Warfare 2.
All right. Thanks
I
very
don't know
much
why
for joining us.
I decided to hate myself.
Multiplayer.
A bit of multiplayer and a bit of Warzone.
You played through the campaign of this game?
Dave doesn't do the campaigns.
Nah, I don't think so.
Well, there's no
No.
point in watching
I
us
would like
together.
to see the campaign for that because I enjoyed it.
Did you play Modern Warfare 1? Remake, whatever
No.
it's called.
Played the original. That was enough.
Yeah, I mean, I love the original and I loved Modern Warfare 2. I loved Modern Warfare 2 campaign with all
Is
the
it? I think the campaigns
juggernauts
are
and
completely
stuff you
different,
used
though,
to
aren't they?
fight.
Like the
Yes,
remasters,
they might
they're
be.
just
Yeah, they could be, yeah. But they would have
Because it
some
was
elements
like,
would be the same, wouldn't they? They would have juggernauts and stuff, you would imagine.
I'm sure there's bits and bobs, but there's like
Maybe Dave, you haven't played the campaign, so you can't tell us.
Nope. Nope.
So
I
what
don't
have
think
you-
I've even downloaded it. I've done the a bit of the multiplayer. So capture the flags and domination. Bit of team deathmatch. I've lost some of my reflexes that I had a couple of years ago when I was playing it before because I was getting absolutely wrecked.
yeah, that was my experience of playing Call of Duty multiplayer on a PC. It's like, oh man, I'm just getting completely destroyed.
Yeah.
Just
So I
competitive shooters, though, right? You have to
practice.
be on it. You have to be
Yeah.
on it
Yeah, you
I
gotta.
think
to
it's-
get a result that you're going to be. It's because you know you're not playing the best you can play. That's right.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
you
reckon
gotta.
I haven't played Destiny in fucking long time. But I reckon if I loaded that up and played a couple of the old maps, it wouldn't take me that long to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
That's-
okay. I know what I'm
A
doing.
lot of it, well, a lot of it is the map, knowing where people come from, knowing how like the sounds and where sounds come from compared to where people are.
The speed
and things
of
like that.
COD is just insane. Like the time to kill is just like, oh, literally
nothing.
like about 0.3 seconds and I'm dead.
It's
Yeah.
So there's a lot of that. So I thought, because I just play literally. I just pick up Wreckfest most nights now, and I'm like,
Just
bit of
fancy just
YouTube
switching
and
it up, did you?
I thought I'll just try to put something different.
I feel like I've got Modern Warfare 1. I've never finished a campaign. I've got Modern Warfare 1, I swear.
No,
I don't know where
I
it's
had to download Battle.net because I was like,
Right.
where did I buy this? Where did I get the game? And I was like, it's not on Steam, it's not on Epic, it's definitely not an Xbox. And I was like, what else is there? I got EA. No, it's not on EA. I was like, Battle.net. Oh, I couldn't even
Yeah.
I
That's
couldn't
a
even
thing.
remember the name of it. I was like, the Warcraft one.
Blizzard
Wizard
thing.
one.
yeah.
The wizard launcher.
And then I couldn't remember my password, so I had to reset my password. And then
Do you not use a password manager?
yes, but when it's a separate app,
Yeah. It
not
doesn't
a
Do you
house-
need an
self-populate.
authenticator?
it doesn't
and
self
shit?
Oh,
populate.
yeah. That's a pain in the arse.
So
That's a first world problem, that is.
yeah, so I reset my password, and then it had an authenticator on it, and I
Yeah.
didn't have an
Which is an app
authenticator
on your
because I've
phone.
changed
And you
phone.
changed your phone. So it's like,
yeah,
Since then,
that's brutal.
it was so it
they
took
retired the
longer.
Blizzard Authenticator app. So you
Right.
have to have the Blizzard app, I believe, on your phone for it to be like this.
Oh,
It's all combined.
So
But do you not have Steam Authenticator on your Steam app
yes,
on your phone?
I do.
I do.
Yes. Yeah. But it wasn't Steam. I got Steam.
No.
That's fine.
But it's like everything should just use Google Authenticator.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of fucking easier.
Or Microsoft.
Yeah, but that one's a bit shit.
Is it?
But it's the fucking same thing, basically. Just,
yeah.
just like what? Just put them all in the same place. Just have Google.
Yeah. Exactly.
Google knows everything anyway, so just fucking let them have your authentication.
Yeah, well, we were talking to some guy today about. I went to this trade show and there's some plumbing stuff there, and there was a guy who had the faucet, like a kitchen tap that's like infrared activated, so you just wave
It's
your
got
hand.
a,
in front of
right,
it.
that's what we have at work.
You know, so you wave. Yeah, of course you do. Right?
Save water.
Oh, wait, well, actually, not for like what, like the washing your hands. Yeah,
Yeah,
for
yeah,
like
yeah.
a kitchen sink. But he said they do one now that's voice activated. So
Well, like, you
think we
can't
need to
fucking.
take
Well, I guess you shouldn't. Is that an accessibility thing? Is it for like people who don't have arms? For
don't worry, you're
example?
not going to offend disabled people.
No,
I
no,
think
but
it's got-
people if
for
they don't have
lazy
arms,
people.
then if
For
you don't have
lazy people
arms,
with
it'd be
too
quite
much
useful
money.
to say turn the tap on. Then again, you
Lots
probably
of
can't
things
do
would
the
be very
washing up.
useful if you didn't have arms. Lots of things would, Anyway, let's not go there. Right, we're going really off topic now. What were we talking about,
Modern Warfare 2.
Dave? Come on, man. Wrench control back, Dave.
I also played some Warzone.
Any good? Did you win?
No, did not
What
win.
were you
I only
playing?
played
Has
a
it got
couple
the
games.
rebirth thing? Is it like
It's
fast
yeah.
Warzone or is it like normal?
I
Classic?
think they switch it up a lot more often. Before it was like a big thing where like rebirth or thing. I think like they do it in like a day or two. It's I saw the countdowns on some of the timers for the
Isn't
changes
what are we
of the
up
maps.
to now? Isn't Modern Warfare 3 out?
No, I think you can pre-order it.
Oh no, Black Ops. Yeah, Modern Warfare
Black
3
Ops
is out.
3, isn't it?
Is that? Or is
Black
it no?
Ops
Black
6
Ops 6
Is out
That's what you
in
can pre-order.
October or whatever.
Yeah.
So you're playing?
Play it first on Game Pass.
Yeah, I'll play that. I'll play that when it comes out. But
Oh, well.
Modern Warfare 2 is not even the most recent one.
No.
But people are still in the multiplayer and everything. Warzone
Yeah.
is obviously it doesn't matter because it's free to play. But
Yeah.
you need the Call of Duty app or whatever on your PC.
Yeah. The multiplayer in
Modern Warfare 2.
Modern Warfare 2 is still very active. Yeah.
It's crazy. Isn't
I
it?
imagine so, yeah.
Well, when there's 3, it's not like a.
I bet if you go back to some of the really old games, there's still people playing.
Call of Duty 4 Classic. I bet there's still loads of people playing that.
Yeah.
That was
So
the
much
original
fun.
Modern Warfare.
The best.
Well, it's Hacksville now. It's just like you go into a lobby and everyone's just dying constantly because everybody's using hacks.
Hacksaws.
I
right.
don't know how many updates or changes they've had in Modern Warfare 2 in the last couple of years, but there's still a lot of people playing it. It didn't take long to get into a number of games. Oh yeah.
Interesting.
Good. All right. Anything else?
That's it.
All right. Should we call it then?
Yeah.
I'm cooked.
What are you eating?
Okay, granola bar. Sorry.
No, it's
searing
healthy
me.
compared to pizza. Are you having pizza?
Yes, we've had pizza already. I
Oh,
bought it
right.
before the podcast this time.
Oh. I had pizza.
Nice.
Yeah, it was okay.
I had tuna pasta before I started.
Mm.
I'm hungry again now.
All right.
Yeah, there's
Right.
a couple of bits of pizza left. I might go and have it.
Wonderful. Great radio. All right. Let's do some outros and get out of here.
Cool. Right. Thank you for listening to the Seal Podcast. If you'd like to ask a question and get involved, please contact us at sealpodcast.com, where you can contact us directly from the website. You can email us at sealpodcast@gmail.com. You can go to Twitter at sealpodcast. You can message us on our YouTube channels. I haven't actually read any of the comments on the YouTubes. I don't know if you have, Neil.
Yeah, we get an email usually when someone writes a
You
comment.
get it. So, yeah.
League Riggs is our most popular commenter, I would say.
Riggsy.
Yeah, we have YouTube and Twitch channels which you upload and stream to. We also put a podcast out when Fraser can be bothered to upload it.
Rude.
And I think that's about it. We've been pretty quiet on the chatting scene today.
That's all right.
Jax,
Summer, man.
which I believe is Andy. Andy was in the chat. He mentioned New Order. I assume that was when I was talking about England football songs and how shit they all are.
Yeah, I mean, I've got that one. If you listen to it now, it sounds shit, but it was great at the time. It was fucking great. Somebody asked me the other day, said, "What's your favorite World Cup?" Has to be '90 for me. That was just
that was heartbreaking, man.
Yeah, but I enjoyed it so much. It was just so great. Such a lot of fun.
We were singing for England.
Yeah,
singing the song.
I think it was. Oh, I can't remember which one. Where people were singing "Always Look on the Bright Side of Life" when we were losing against Argentina. I think that was like '88 or something.
Oh, I don't know.
There wasn't one in '88.
88.
Wasn't a World Cup. No,
86.
Well, we were losing against
World Cup.
We were losing against Argentina, and I remember them singing the Monty Python song.
Could be any World Cup.
Sounds like a few, yeah. 86.
I would have been 4. I wouldn't have remembered that.
No.
It must have been like 94.
80. That was Maradona Hand of God, was it? 86.
England didn't go in '94.
No.
Oh God.
98 was France.
Imagine that when we didn't even go to the fucking World Cup.
That was Graham Taylor, was it? Was it Graham Taylor?
Yeah, and then he went to that was not good.
God rest his soul.
If anybody's
is he dead?
listening,
He brown bread.
Yeah.
I think I probably heard that, but
if anyone listening and knows what I'm on about when I have a very vivid memory of losing to Argentina.
A couple of times we
Okay.
lost to Argentina. First time was the David Beckham red card. He got absolutely slaughtered after that.
That was
Then
98.
Michael Owen scored a fucking wonder goal against Argentina, and I think we still lost that game. Everyone was like, "Fuck me, we're going to beat Argentina," and then we didn't. That was a fucking great goal, though.
All right. Okay, well, look, go off, enjoy the football for the week, and we shall catch up again on Friday.
Don't watch the England game if you want to enjoy the football.
Thank you very much for holding the fort down. You guys did stellar work. Thank you to everyone who came out for the meetup. Thanks to everyone who attended or send them good wishes or whatever. You know, the support and community is great. I got a great photo of all of us at the pub. It's just great, right? Can't put a price on that. So it was good. And the lamb chops, you can put a price on those. $10 for 4. 10 quid for 4.
$9.95 plus tip.
Yeah,
Don't forget the tip.
yeah, where it nearly all went south.
Oh, that was when it
Right.
started. What the fuck? Why is it suddenly kicking off in here?
It was about to kick off. Good fun. Make sure you come along next time, folks, if you want to see things.
When are you
kick
back
off
over
about-
then?
Oh God, I can't do it again next year. I'll be back next year. But yeah, all right, easy. I've just got back. Seriously, all I want to do is just get off this podcast and go to bed.
Not going to play Hunt
I'll
then?
be back soon. Nah. Ooh. No, I'm gonna go watch some football, I think.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
All right. Thanks very much for joining us. We'll catch you all later.
See you soon.
Cheers, guys. Bye.
Ta-ra.